Hello everybody, it's that time of year again, or to be more precise, it is the end of the year, or it's no longer 2014. It is a year that is a multiple of 5. Speaking of which, it is time to talk about the best anime that has come out in 2014. So I'm starting out with the dub list this year because I'm still watching the regular anime that came out last year. For those not aware of what this list is, it's basically a list of anime that got licensed and released in English dubs, being released on DVD, TV, or Sentai, Filmworks, and Funimation have subscription things they sometimes put their dubs on. Either way, the dub has to be released in the year of 2014 to count for this list, and I judge the contestants by both how much I enjoyed the anime itself and how much I liked the dub or the voice work. So, without any more explanation or stalling, I like to do that too. Here are my personal top 5 dubbed anime of 2014, or 2014. 2014 would mean the decimal, whatever. Number 5, The Devil is a Part-Timer. Funimation, I think, has the ability to have some of the best voice directing in their dubs. I put this in because it's not like a super amazing anime. I mean, it's good, but it's not like anything too special. But I put this in the list because I really like the voice work and the presentation for the dub. The show is a comedy about a devil king who accidentally gets trapped in the human world and has to get a part-time job at McDonald's until he can find a way to get back. And in a comedy, I think it is very important for the voice actors to have a lot of emotion in their voice, which I think this dub does very well. I also like the little behind the scenes they have, like the interview with the voice director and the episode commentaries with the voice actors. Funimation does cool stuff like that sometimes. Number 4, Robotics Notes. So, let's talk about this anime. Robotics Notes is the pseudo-sequel to Steins Gate, where a group of students try to build a robot and solve murder mysteries on the side. I quite enjoy the show. Irie is my favorite character, but that is not specifically what I wanted to talk about. What I did want to talk about is how people look at the show and whine about how it's not as good as Steins Gate and how Robotics Notes is bad compared to it, and I think those people are dummies. Robotics Notes is written by the same people as Steins Gate, and it takes place in the same universe. That is it. Other than that, there's no reason to compare the two. It is almost as crazy as the people who compare Sword Art Online with Log Horizon. Yes, Steins Gate is better, but that does not change the fact that Robotics Note is really good. So you should watch it. There you go. There you go. Number 3, Index Season 2 and Railgun S, because they are part of the same series and they got released in the same year, so I'm just lumping them together. Anyway, if you've seen my previous anime videos, you already know that I am a huge Index/Railgun fan. So, I won't go into too much detail about that now, but something I did want to bring up though is that last year I went on record saying that I kind of didn't like the Index/Railgun dub too much. But after watching it through, I've definitely warmed up to it, It's not one of Funimation's better works, but it's not bad in any sense of the word, and the base anime is still great. I think it's just the fact that I've been waiting for this dub since 2009 when Funimation first announced it, so I hyped it up in my head. The only often complaint I've seen with this dub is Accelerator's voice, because in the Japanese version, his voice, and more specifically his laugh, is just so iconic, so you can't really blame the English voice actor for not living up to it, but he's pretty good. But both these seasons are great anime with a decent dub, so that's why it is number 3 on this list. Number 2, Sunday Without God. Now, you see, this is one of those anime that I can't go into too much detail of why I like it, because that would literally spoil everything about it. But I will do the best that I can. The story starts with God disappearing one day, specifically on a Sunday. See where the title comes from? Anyway, God leaves, and people lose the ability to die, and when they do get killed, nothing much happens other than they decay and get all gross. But before God ditches, he gives the Earth people called Gravekeepers. I, the main character, is one of these Gravekeepers, and she and her buddies go on adventures. The reason I really like this show is all the deep philosophical adventures they go on with things like, would you be okay being half dead, and was it mean to truly die? And it's really unique in that regard, and it made me think, that's why I really liked it. Just one of those shows where just it made me think. Number 1, Psychopath, Season 1, because Season 2 hasn't come out yet. But anyway, this is also another one of those shows that I'm too afraid to talk too much about it in fear of spoiling it. But Psychopath is in short a futuristic murder mystery cop show, and because it's in the future, they have these special guns that can scan someone's evildoerness levels. So depending on how murderous they are, the justice gun will either stun them or flat out murder them. Something strange about this show is that I did not even like it at first. I have like this rule where I watch at least 3 or 4 episodes of a show before I drop it. Well, I probably broke it before. And for the first couple episodes of this, it just wasn't grabbing my attention. But then, like around like the 4th episode, something clicked. The show demonstrated how it uses the magistrate gun in interesting ways. Like, for example, what gives the adjudicator gun the right to determine if you should die or not? Anyway, I don't want to spoil anything, but you know, it's a really great show that has an interesting gimmick that I believe it uses quite well. So, that's what I thought of the anime that got released in English last year. You know, for me, this list was so close that it doesn't really matter specifically what order they were in. I just like this format. And the title 5 dubbed anime of 2014 I thought were pretty good. Doesn't roll off the tongue as well. But now that I've completed this list, it is time for the regular anime list. Yay! That list will be a top 10 and will hopefully be up within the next week or two. I still can't find a subtitled version of the last Little Busters OVA, and that's not my problem now, is it? But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and see y'all next time. Bye!